Hi, it's Gerald again with Guide to 575, bringing you another community spotlight. This time we have the pleasure of bringing the spotlight to the Cherokee Theatre Company. And so I'm here today with Jenny from the theater company, and I'm so excited having had the opportunity to sit in a little pre-interview conversation and learn a little more about everything that's going on with that. So welcome to the spotlight.
Thank you very much. I'm very glad to be here.
Well, I appreciate you inviting us into your space, and what most people don't know is they're probably used to the big polished theater downtown in Canton, but we've had this unique opportunity to visit with you here in your prep space where you put it all together. And it's an amazing space where you get to see behind the scenes of how things are being built and how the sets are being designed. In fact, we're sitting right in front of a set, and I'm very excited about that. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, we're doing Midsummer Night's Dream, Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream, and it opens on August the 12th and runs for 2 weeks, and it's a beautiful set. Midsummer Night's Dream is just such a great show for the whole family. Kids like it, adults like it. It's funny. And the set is beautiful. There's fairies. It's very magical. And so it's a show that you can just bring anybody to. And as you can see, it looks like we're sitting in a forest. So we hope you'll come see it. We're very excited to be doing this. It deviates a little bit from what we normally do, but we're very proud of it.
Well, that's amazing. Now, how long have you been with the theater company so far?
Well, I was with the theater company 37 years ago when it was in its early days. And we were here for about, I think, maybe 8 years or 6 years or something like that. Then we went to our own theater company and were there until 2010 when we retired and came back home to Woodstock, and we reconnected with the people from Cherokee Theatre Company, and we're very happy to be involved there now, close to home. We drove to Roswell for so many years. It's really wonderful to do something in my own community. So
Wow.
We've been with them a long time with a little space in there.
Well, that says a lot when you see someone dedicate that much of their time to a project and being involved in the community. So you're definitely to be commended for that.
Thank you.
So over that time span, I'm sure there's been its ups and its downs and everything. So we always start off on that positive note. What might be one or two things that you reflect back on and you go, wow, that was so amazing. Every time I think about it, I get excited. So what might be a highlight?
Well, when they first started, we had no home. We didn't have the hangar. We had no place to keep our stuff, so we were constantly moving that around. And with no home, every show a lot of times was done at a different space.
Oh, wow.
So we moved around a lot, and we did that for so many years, it's hard to even believe we did. And then this space came along. It's an airplane hangar, and it allowed the theater to have everything in one space. We build the sets, we house our costumes and props here, and then on Tech Week, we take the set apart and put it in a truck and move it to Canton and set it up there, and we have a week to rehearse on the stage. So I think that's probably one of the best things that's ever come along for this theater, to have this space and have somewhere to keep, not run to Reinhardt and run to, all over the place trying to gather things up. So I would imagine that's probably one of the best things I can think of.
Wow, and I know we talked a little bit about the COVID time period, which impacted so many people and businesses and organizations in the community. How did that impact you, and how do you think that experience maybe influenced the way you look at things going forward?
Well, I think there's COVID was a terrible thing, but I think there are a lot of good things that came out of that. And we're very proud that we were able to exist, not having a show for at least 18 months. It may be a little more than that. We had already paid our royalties for the year we were in. We were in production for a show that had to stop, and we were able to survive. We have wonderful patrons, very generous patrons, and with that, a lot of people that had season tickets, instead of having us refund the money, they just used it as a donation. So we we're able to continue with the rent and all of our obligations, insurance and whatnot, during that length of time. And a lot of theater companies sadly did not do that. A lot of them went out of business. So we're very excited that we were able to survive that. And I think we're just a little bit more appreciative of things now. And we, our audiences are so wonderful. So we try really hard to do shows that appeal to the people that come here, because we appreciate them so much.
Right. Well, I think it says a lot when you've been here for 37 years and to go through something like COVID where you have to stop your production for 18 months and to see people step forward and be willing to donate instead of just
because the bills don't stop.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. And there's no handbook for it. It's not like you can say, well, hey, when that happened to your company, how did you handle it? Because no one had dealt with it before. So I think it speaks so much to the real strength of the relationships that you've built over that time period, that when everything kind of fell apart, that's all you've got left is the relationships. And I think that, when you look at people doing that donation stuff, I think it speaks to how they feel about what you've helped to build in this 37 years. And so I think that's just a reflection of that. So I hope you really appreciate the fact that
I do.
It is.
I do, very much.
Yeah, because it's a moving experience when you see people like, how can I help? Instead of, what about me, right? They say, how can I help make sure things
I want
keep
my money
going?
back, or, for them to say, well, just keep it as a donation. That's very generous.
Yes. Well, I'm so appreciative of the opportunity to come here and even see some of the stuff myself that you normally don't see if you're sitting in the audience at a production, and have a chance to sit down and talk with you about the history and about how all of this came to be and what it means to you. And I'm looking forward to stopping by some of the shows sometime and visiting with you there.
That would be wonderful.
And I'd like to invite anyone else who's watching this video to go check out the performances that they have. What's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
We have a website, and it's www.CherokeeTheatre.org. And then we have a box office telephone number, and it is, 770-591-0282. And you can buy your tickets at that phone number, or you can buy them online. So you can go to the website and go to tickets and get them that way.
Great. And we'll also include that information at the back end of the video so that people will have a chance to go check out the website and hopefully come out and support you as well.
Thank you so much.
So this has been another Community Spotlight. I'm Gerald Griffith with Got 575, where we always strive to take you beyond the tree line and show you what's happening in the community around you, whether it's businesses or organizations or just wonderful events that you might not otherwise know about. So I hope you enjoyed the segment, and we look forward to seeing you again really soon for another Community Spotlight.